The obsidian doors of the Galactic Council chamber stretched 50 meters high, carved with the histories of 1,000 worlds. Kylie Morrison stood before them, her breath steady despite the weight of what lay ahead. Behind her, William Chen gripped her shoulder one last time. "You don't have to do this alone," he said, his voice tight with concern. Kylie turned to face her partner, her best friend, the man who had stood beside her through every impossible mission humanity had thrown at them. His dark eyes searched hers, looking for doubt, for fear, for any reason to stop her from walking through those doors. "Yes, I do," she replied softly. The terms were clear. One human representative. No weapons, no backup. Just the truth. William's jaw clenched. The truth didn't save the Velaxians. Or the Kryn. Both their representatives went in alone. And both their worlds were sanctioned. Then I'll have to be better than they were. The doors began to open with a sound like thunder rolling across mountains. Golden light spilled out from within. And Kylie could hear the murmur of hundreds of alien voices falling silent. She straightened her shoulders, adjusted the simple blue uniform that bore Earth's insignia, and took her first step forward. "Kylie," William called out. She paused but didn't turn back. "Make them listen." She nodded once, then walked into the light. The council chamber was vast beyond comprehension. Tiered seats rose in concentric circles, reaching so high that the upper levels disappeared into artificial clouds. Thousands of beings from across the galaxy sat in judgment crystalline etherons, who shimmered like living diamonds. The gaseous Vorns contained in elegant force fields. Towering Thraxians, with their forearms crossed in identical poses of skepticism, and countless others representing civilizations that had mastered the stars. While humanity was still learning to make fire. At the center of it all stood a single platform, small and exposed. Kylie walked toward it, her footsteps echoing in the sudden silence. Every eye, sensor, and perception organ in the chamber focused on her. She reached the platform and stood tall, waiting, human. A voice boomed from everywhere and nowhere. The Supreme Arbiter, a being of pure energy contained in a floating prism, descended from above. "You have requested this audience to contest the charges against your species. The Council has reviewed the evidence. Humanity stands accused of unauthorized expansion, violation of preserved worlds, and the development of prohibited weaponry. How do you answer these charges?" Kylie had rehearsed this moment 1,000 times with William and Earth's finest legal minds. They had prepared arguments, precedents, loopholes in galactic law. But standing here, feeling the weight of so many ancient civilizations bearing down on her, she knew that legal tricks wouldn't save humanity. "Guilty," she said clearly. A wave of shock rippled through the chamber. Whispers erupted in 100 languages. The Arbiter's prism pulsed with what might have been surprise. "You confess to the charges as stated?" "Yes," Kylie continued, her voice gaining strength. "We expanded without permission because we didn't know you existed. We settled preserved worlds because we had nowhere else to go. We developed weapons because we were afraid of the dark between the stars. We are guilty of all these things, but we are not guilty of the crime you truly judge us for." "And what crime is that, human?" A Thraxian council member growled. "Being young," Kylie said simply. "Being new. Being different from what you expect." She turned slowly, addressing the entire assembly. "Every species in this chamber once stood where we stand now. Young, scared, struggling to survive. You explored. You expanded. You made mistakes. But you had time millennia to grow, to learn, to earn your place among the stars. You're not judging humanity for what we've done. You're judging us because we did in centuries what took you millennia, and that terrifies you. Presumptuous." An Ethran chimed, its crystalline voice sharp. "We judge you because you are dangerous." "Yes," Kylie agreed. "We are dangerous. Every intelligent species is dangerous. That's not unique to us. What's unique is that you're meeting us now, while we're still raw and unrefined. But ask yourselves, do you destroy a diamond because it's still rough? Or do you help polish it?" The chamber erupted in debate. Kylie stood silent, letting them argue among themselves. She caught sight of the viewing screen, where William watched from the human embassy ship. His hands pressed against the glass, the Supreme Arbiter raised its prism. And silence fell once more. Your words are eloquent, human, but eloquence does not erase violations of galactic law. What assurance can you give that humanity will not continue on its dangerous path? This was the moment. Everything hinged on what came next. None, Kylie said, and the chamber gasped. I cannot promise we won't make mistakes. I cannot promise we'll always follow rules we don't yet fully understand. But I can promise you this, we will learn. We will grow. And if you give us the chance, we will become the partners this galaxy needs. Not another cautionary tale. She locked eyes with the Arbiter's shifting form. You've built a galaxy on the principle that advanced civilizations guide younger ones. So guide us. Don't destroy us. Send ambassadors. Share your knowledge. Hold us accountable. Yes, but give us the chance to be accountable. Judge us not on what we are today, but on what we could become tomorrow. The silence that followed was absolute. Kylie's heart pounded, but she kept her expression calm, confident. Finally, the Arbiter spoke. The Council will deliberate. You will have your answer in 3 cycles. As Kylie was escorted from the chamber, she didn't know if she had saved humanity or merely delayed the inevitable. But when she emerged through those obsidian doors and saw William running toward her, his face awash with hope and pride, she knew she had done something perhaps more important. She had made the galaxy see humans not as a problem to be eliminated, but as people worth knowing. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what would come next.